Hello there, and welcome back to Whispers to Wisdom, the real talk for a soul-led life. So today we're diving into something that I hear all of the time. You're being cursed. Elaine, someone's hexed me. Can you help? I can feel it. Or sometimes I get, Elaine, why is everything going wrong? It must be bad energy. I must be carrying bad energy, or someone's give us bad energy. So today's big question is, are you really cursed, or are you just having a bad day? So we're going to have a little bit of a chat about that. And here's the thing. Curses aren't usually the problem. First things first. Yes, energy is real. 100% real. And yes, people can send negativity, whether they know it or not. But a full-on curse, a full-on deliberate hex, very, very rare. Most of the time when things feel heavy, stuck, or spiraling, it's not witchcraft. It's usually stress, burnout, life. Life gets heavy at times, doesn't it? I think we'd all agree on that one. Or it's us giving our power away to stories of fear. And if you believe that you're cursed, your mind is going to start collecting evidence. Your energy will spiral because you're feeding it with fear. And it's certainly not because someone's poked a voodoo doll. But if you hold on to those fears, those thoughts, it spirals, it builds, it feeds. So here's the truth. No one can stick anything to your energy without your permission. And that permission often looks like believing that their words hold power over you, constantly giving energy to fears and forgetting how powerful you really are. Because your mind is so powerful, and sometimes we forget that. Your energy is your house. If you're not sweeping up, clearing out, or setting boundaries, things get a bit messy. But messy isn't cursed, it's just human. That's all. You're just being human. Signs that you're not actually cursed are you're burnt out, overwhelmed, anxious. You're ignoring sometimes what your intuition and your body have been telling you for weeks, and you've went against it. You've been doom scrolling TikTok videos about curses. It's getting into mind. You're human, and sometimes we have life wobbles. We all do. But blaming bad energy can feel easier than admitting that we're tired, we're ungrounded, we're overwhelmed. You know, you hear that saying, if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. I've been there, said that myself, thought I was cursed in the past, but it was because I was tired, I was stressed, I was overwhelmed. It wasn't anything to do with curses, wasn't anything to do with hexes. So you can clear and you can protect your energy without the drama. So if you're feeling off, stuck, or heavy, here's what I recommend. No salt circles required. And I'm going to tell you something funny about that in a moment. Take a salt bath. Get fresh air. Move your body. You know, energy moves, energy flows. And if we stagnate, it's just staying stuck. Visualize a light, golden, bright light washing through your energy, clearing and lifting. And say this aloud in your mind. No energy outside of love or light has permission to enter my space. Call your power back with, I call all my energy home to me, cleansed and restored. Simple, no fear, just you reclaiming your space. So if you do love your crystals, you know, crystals are wonderful. They make lovely They make lovely ornaments. They have many healing properties. They have many benefits. So if you do love your crystals and you want a little bit of energetic backup, because why not? Here are a few favourites that help with protection and healing and clearing. Black tourmaline, brilliant for grounding, shielding, and deflecting negativity. Obsidian, excellent for creating strong, energetic boundaries and keeping your space clear. Amethyst, beautiful for clearing your mind and strengthening your aura. And then Labradorite, great for intuitive protection, helping you stay open without absorbing everyone else's stuff. And rose quartz, ideal for helping you with self-love and confidence. But here's the key. The crystal isn't really doing the work for you, you are. Crystals are tools, reminders, and amplifiers. They're not spiritual bodyguards. Your energy responds to your belief, your intention, and your boundaries. You know, I just want to share something with you here. A few years ago, good few years ago, I thought karma was hitting me. Like I say, if it hadn't have been for bad luck, I wouldn't have had any luck. And I really thought, what is going on? Everything was going wrong in my life. And I really mean everything was going wrong in my life. And I was talking to a friend of mine who's a witch. She's a white witch. I was talking to a friend of mine and I said, you know, I says, I've got all this bad energy around us. I think karma's hitting for all the bad things that I've did in my life. And just like everyone, I've done good and bad, the same as everyone. Every one of yous. And she suggested that I make an altar. I said, an altar? Do I have to? So I made an altar on my bedroom windowsill so I could keep the curtains open. And what I did was, I've got lots of crystals. So I made, you know, a little altar with amethyst crystals and rose quartz crystals. And I made the little altar, made a little pattern. And I went and bought a pink candle holder. And then I got pink candles, the little tea lights. And because what she said was, she says, you need to bring some love back in. She's because you're in that negative space, which I knew. So she said, rose quartz for your confidence, for your self-love, amethyst for all of its healing properties. Right. Yeah, your spirit, everything. So I did. I made a lovely little altar on my bedroom windowsill and I put the candle holder right in the middle and I put the tea light on. And what she said was, she says, light the candle and keep it light. She says, when it goes out, change the candle, always keep it burning. I said, right. So I had to keep my bedroom curtains open so I could always keep this light burning. So if you're going to do this, always remember, don't put it anywhere where it's going to burn. Don't put it anywhere where wind might blow it and might set a fire. You need to stay safe. So I lit this candle. And when I was out, when I was coming home, I would look at my bedroom window and I would see I would see the flame. I would see the effect of the candle lighting up. It was just like like a nice light haze in the window. And sometimes if I was coming home and I would look at the bedroom window, I would see that there was no light on and I would say, oh, I need to get home and change a candle over. So I did. And I did that for a few weeks, maybe it's a couple of weeks. And all of a sudden I felt me energy shift. And I started looking at things in a total different way. Now, what had happened was My belief had turned to only bad luck follows me. There's no good luck. I had turned to where I wasn't practicing self-love, and I forgot about myself, my inner self. And the love, the pinks, the purples, the candle, the flame, I made everything pink. Pink's the color of love, red is as well. So I made that, I looked after it because I wasn't looking after myself. Because usually when we go through these, we forget to look after ourselves and we'd rather do anything else than look at ourselves. So in this case, I was looking after the crystals. I was looking after the candle. Every day I would polish the crystals. I'd keep them clean and make sure they were shining. So I was putting me love into the flame, the crystals, the little altar that I'd made. But in turn, because I'd done that, I was putting love back into myself. And I felt the energy shift. I felt the change. And I started to feel, as though when I was seeing things in a different way, I was able to see how I've still got good luck in my life. It's just that my mind had just dropped a bit. You see, so then I started to believe back in myself again because my confidence had dipped. But having this altar really worked. And I would recommend that to anyone. And it was just a spiritual practice of showing love. That's all. And without realizing it, I was showing love to myself. And it came back to me. And things changed. So you can do it in many ways. It all depends what your belief is at the time. And with life's ups and downs, we can have times where we think, oh, I've been cursed. Oh, bad luck. That's all I've got is bad luck. Of course we can have those times because life isn't always smooth. We have ups and downs all of the time. Sometimes sometimes in a day we can go up and then we can get good news and we can go, and then we get bad news and we go down. So but just, so if that's you, you're probably not cursed. You're just human. Sometimes we need rest, sometimes we need grounding, and sometimes we just need a snack. Energy goes where your focus goes. There's a saying, energy flows where focus goes. And that's right. If you believe you're cursed, your mind, your energy goes to that. If you believe that you're just tired, your mind comes off that and it goes to, well, I'm tired, I'll have a sleep. So focus on your light. Focus on your peace. And focus what really uplifts you, not frightens you. Because your energy, your light is your best protection. And if this energy is, if your energy is a little bit stuck, just take time out for yourself, have a rest, do a meditation, create a little Allah. And if this episode gave you some clarity or made you laugh, please think about subscribing, share the video, give it a like, share with someone who you feel as though could do with that little bit of new way of thinking or a possible way of opening up to a new way of thinking. A friend who's maybe blaming it on Mercury retrograde every time, little too often. And if you want more support or trust in your energy, protecting your peace and living a more soul-led life, get in touch. Until next time, protect your energy. Don't forget to hydrate as well, sleep well, look after yourself, practice self-love. So I'll say thank you and see you next week. Bye for now.